What's up, guys? Welcome back to Roadside Shenanigans. This episode, we're going to be getting this thing not just running, but driving. Go ahead and hang out, watch, see what we get into. Alright, guys, so this is it. As it's sitting here really getting warmed up good. Still needs the timing set on it and everything, but man, it sounds pretty good. It has obviously the vacuum leaks to it and everything, but she sounds good just running like that. Looking at the temperature gauge and everything in here, oil pressure is good, voltage is good, temp's getting back up there, but it's still burping, so I mean it's going to get a little up. Hey, I got fuel. Service engine light's going to be something I'm going to have to deal with for now on, but that's because things are unplugged, so it is what it is. But she's running better now than she has in a long time. She actually don't sound bad at all either. I'm going to go ahead and let her try to burp that radiator a little more and see what she'll do there. And I'm not going to do much today. I had to work extra this weekend, so probably going to go in and just spend some time with the family, but I did want to at least get it warmed up there and burp that radiator. Alright, so I've done a little bit of work off camera here. This is the new day now. Shortened up the length of this hose here. Took probably at least 6 or 7 inches off of it. Pulled that up a little bit more. Didn't kink that, so it's actually good. Just kind of wanted to up off of the valve cover. Went and cut all the old wires. I need to wrap tape on those until I can seal them up right. Also cut the return line down in here, right there. Had about a foot extra on it wrapped around, so I cut it off, and it loops down in there. Comes out and up and into the regulator, and then have this hose right here goes down to a line. It is the vacuum line on the transmission, and got it ran over here into a T for a vacuum. Today, what I'm going to try to get done is I got to do an oil change. Number one, that's the most important thing right now. I've got to get the oil done. Today's a perfect day for it. I'm going to try to have this thing running tomorrow, but I got to do the oil. Get the oil done in it, and take some measurements for the vacuum lines, and we'll get into that. On the other side of that transmission vacuum hose, the rubber on them was dry rotted, so I had to replace that, and I'll show you all that right now. Right here is that rubber hose. It comes down from this metal one. I broke the very tip off, but I was able to still slide it up on there, and then this piece just goes up on there. That is, I don't know what that is, but it's something that tells the transmission what to do and when. So I've got that done. Hopefully that does fine. I mean, it's just a vacuum hose, so I mean, it shouldn't do anything. It's on there pretty good, so it's on there a whole lot better than what it was. So, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get that going. I've got my mic on me, so y'all can still hear me and everything. There ain't a whole lot to sit here and really talk about with doing an oil change, so I'll probably end up just fast forwarding through most of this. Going to get the air cleaner off of it, though. Oh, there's some of the wires I took off yesterday. Go ahead and get that off there so it's just out of the way. Looking at the vacuum lines there. The ports that I'll need and everything. Okay. Get the oil cap off. I do have 2 oil filters. I actually have a third one. I got them off the guy that I bought this off of. He had them in there, so I got them. I'm going to see if either one of them's good and if they're the right size, and if so, I'm just going to use those. I've got the oil in the backhoe. Guys, and started cleaning out the back trying to find the oil. So I'm finding it as I go. My zinc additive, because I have a old cam, so you have to use zinc in them. And I do believe I've got a mouse in here somewhere, because my paper towels are ate. And I've told y'all before, this is a tow pig. It's a work truck. I love this truck, but it does stuff. Henceforth the straps. I do tow stuff. The old smoke pump. Glad that thing's out of there. A lot of this stuff was in here, like the car and the strollers and stuff, because right before it quit running, we went down to Southside Dragway, and my daughter actually got to race her little Power Wheels on the drag strip there, which they had 10 kids probably lined up, but she had a blast with it. Tire chains. Never know when you'll end up needing them. Alright, we're going to climb up underneath here and do this oil now. I've already checked it up top, and I'll show you all the dipstick here in a minute. I did get coolant down in this, and from where I ran it, you can see in the oil that yes, there is in fact coolant in it. It looks pretty bad, but I'm going to go ahead and get all this stuff ready so I can go underneath there, drain the oil out of it. Make sure there's no parts that I left in there. That's good. We'll go ahead and get back in there and drain this oil out and get it going. Oh my gosh, what did I do? I put that on really tight. I'll move that up out of the way so I don't whack it. Oh! Ah, there it goes. Oh yeah, that's full of coolant. Y'all can look back in there and see that. Once I get it out, I'll show y'all better, but that's full of it. Now because of this, the next oil change I do, I'm not going to go the 3,000 miles like normal. I'm probably going to do it fairly soon, 500 miles or so, just to make sure I flush all this out, because this looks like chocolate milk or like a really light colored coffee. Looks like my coffee, because I'm a basic white girl. Alright guys, a new day here. Done a little bit of stuff. My camera died yesterday as I was changing oil. Did get it done. Looked like a nice cappuccino. But got a lot of stuff done. I'm going to go ahead and show you. Alright, so I've done the oil on it. Went and got pushing breather. That can go down in there. I got another one for that side. I've done my vacuum lines. Shortened those up like I told you yesterday. Vacuum lines for the brakes. Vacuum lines for the HVAC. Vacuum lines for the vacuum advance. Everything should be done except for crimping off those and doing the throttle linkage. We'll see what we can finish up here. Morning y'all. We're back out here on the Cowboy Caddy, and I think I've got everything done. I worked off of camera a lot there, and I'm going to go over everything I've done here and let y'all see it. Alright, so since the last time that I recorded, I've done a good bit. I think the last thing I've done wasn't included here, but I might repeat stuff. I'm going to get plugs for those. Haven't got them yet, but I will eventually. All the wires ran and everything. Radiator's full. All of my hoses and everything. Vacuum advance. Shortened this up. Shortened that fuel line up. Tightened down the distributor where I think it is. Got the vacuum line for the HVAC and cruise control, which I doubt the cruise control will work because the check engine light's on, but it will always be on. Got my breathers on, they're in. That one I had to actually drill out a little bit on the rubber gasket to make it a 1/2 inch so it'd match the other, because I want matching ones. All the spark plug wires are in and everything. Brake boosters, vacuum line is on, and I've ran it. I think everything's good, so we're going to go and take it for a test drive, see what happens. Alright guys, so I've got her running here. That throttle cable's wanting to get stuck on me for some reason. I can't figure that out. Might have Big Joe come over there Tuesday morning, if he can, and have a look at it. But she moves under her own power. So I'm going to actually just back up. I've got the hood open right now. I'm going to back up and pull forwards and just do that a couple times, get things moving. She's moving under her own power. That's a plus. And she goes forwards under her own power. But when I hit that throttle, I'm worried about it. It's like that kick down or something ain't working right. So even like right there, I idled up a little bit. And it ain't coming back down. I'll work with it later. But she's a runner. And in case y'all didn't know, I do like my stickers. I don't think I've ever showed y'all them. So we'll go ahead and do those, and I'll walk around to the truck real quick. So here she is, the infamous Cowboy Caddy. I've got my little duck or goose, whatever that is. And I got my ducks on the hood, or dash. My cowboy duck, my gold sparkle one. Got my Holly Jug Secret Sandwich Society. If you're in Fayetteville, West Virginia, go. Timbrin, this is the one I use for the suspension assist system. Calming Goat in Point Pleasant, it's really good. Human Being, obviously you got to go and get coffee. Junkyard Digs, Puddin's Fab Shop. That awesome guy, and that pretty awesome guy. Big Joe's Man Cave, and then me, Roadside Shenanigans. On the back, I've got me again, Holly, Jegs, Red Line on the flag for firefighters. Beach Fork State Park, love traveling. Me again. And then inside the Cowboy Caddy, got a nice interior to it. Pretty well spotless. I'll go ahead and pop y'all in the back there, show you it. And then up front, interior on this thing was what sold me on it. Beautiful interior. Needs some new paddings on the armrest, but even they look good. They're clean. They just, even that one's clean. It just has a lot of shadows on it right there, but I've done a lot to it. Evitable Gym and all of them from Pole Barn and Junkyard Digs had all of them sign it. I've signed it because my sticker's on there. I need to get Big Joe to sign it. But that's the Cowboy Caddy. So I'm going to go ahead and take off. Alright guys, I worked on that throttle linkage a little more. Put a smaller spring on it. That way it'd make it a little tighter, pull it back a little tighter. Probably end up switching it out later for a little heavier duty one. I'm not a fan of the one that's on it, but I'm going to leave it there for now. I think I'm going to try to take it up the road. She's idling pretty good now, so I'm going to at least try it. So let's see how she does. Alright, she got turned around in the driveway. Let's pull out of here and see what happens. She's running so far, guys. I ain't heard it shift yet, but it usually don't shift until about 35 to 40, and I've barely hit 35, but once I get up there, I'll get up there in a straight stretch. All the gauges are looking good though, that's a plus. I think she shifted for me. I was going almost 50 there. So quiet, couldn't hardly tell. She's actually running really good, staying cool, oil pressure's up, voltage is running good. Guys, I think she's a runner again. She's actually cooling down pretty good on burp, or I guess good. I want to run her up here and put some air in the tires. I don't have a good air compressor, so I'll run her up here and get that air, tires filled up. Guys, we're still going. We've made it about 5 minutes from the house. Turn around, come back. She's running fine. I've got air in the tires. She desperately needs a bath, but she's running. She's running good too. Oil pressure's a little low, but that's probably because there's still a little bit of coolant in there. It needs another oil change. I'll get to that, but I think that's a wrap on this. I mean, I'll probably put another spring on the throttle linkage and everything, but I think that's pretty much it, guys. She's running. She's back. She's on the road again. Cowboy Caddy lives another day. I appreciate y'all watching. Stick around, see what we get into next. I'm sure there'll be more parts to this truck. There's a lot more I want to do to it, but she's back on the road for now. So thank you all for watching. Make sure you check out the other people that I have worked with. Big Joe's Man Cave. Check him out. He's helped me a lot with this truck. I appreciate you, Joe. Thank you, guys. Keep watching. I'm sure we'll get into other stuff, other shenanigans. Y'all be careful.